Yes, I'm covering this situation right now, but before we begin, I just want to set up some ground rules. Number one, please don't harass Pirate Software. I know he's an absolute tool, but don't give him any more ammunition, please. Number two, please keep, conversations within the comments civilized, no name calling, no, just be good people to one another, try and engage in good faith conversations about this topic. This video is strictly just my opinion and my take on the whole thing. If you disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments, but let's try and keep this civilized as humanly possible. Now that's out of the way, let us begin. I don't like to assume that my audience is living under a rock, so I'm just gonna give a quick summary of what happened this last week, because it is honestly kind of wild. After 10 months, Ross finally put up a video called The End of Stop Killing Games, basically, and within that video, he devoted a big chunk to addressing Pirate Software and all the misconceptions that he brought about, because he couldn't be bothered to actually look at it in good faith. On top of that, Mudahara of Somewhere Near Gamers and Charlie Penguin Zero came out in full support of Stop Killing Games and also began basically clowning on Pirate Software on top of that. To say it is a bad day for Pirate Software fans is a bit of an understatement at this point. Thor has released multiple tweets, one deleted, but it's basically just him just doubling and doubling and doubling down, and basically just digging the hole deeper and deeper, and just continuing to stick to the same old crap that he's been spreading about the narrative since day one, which was all in not good faith, I might add. Going as far to insult Ross and just calling him a greasy used cars salesman, which is just, bro, what the fuck? Ross came to Thor, commented on one of his videos, basically just saying, hey, I just want to talk, I want to go over what you think is wrong with the initiative and whatnot, and let's talk this out like men. Thor just basically told Ross to fuck off, and it really, really was a sample of what was to come much later on, with the whole World of Warcraft thing, where he completely crashes out over something that was completely, where he fucked up, but he wouldn't admit, he did any wrong, and he just blamed a bunch of other people. Oh my god. Oh yeah, then there's the false DMCA against another game developer who used said audio from that crash out, even though it wasn't in the public build, it was only in the dev build, so that only made Thor look much more like an asshole on every conceivable level. It's is it your job to piss people off? How do people still like you? How? It's genuinely crazy that you can link, Thor basically insulting Ross, full-on insulting Ross, to his, him murdering his own reputation on livestream multiple times. He also just can't admit when he is wrong whatsoever. He just continues digging the hole, not knowing that he's digging his own grave, basically, in terms of, internet clout. It's shit like this that makes me thank God that I know when to take the L. I'll admit when I'm wrong, I'll gladly put my shoe in my mouth. I don't have the ego to drag this shit out. When I'm proven I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I'll genuinely admit it. I'll apologize. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm the asshole here. I'll try not to have it happen again. That is the best case scenario for Thor. But of course, he can't do that. He is proven, 3, 4, God knows how many times at that point, he just can't. And what I just can't get my mind around, Thor is very physical media preservationist thing. And yet he is against one of the biggest initiatives for people owning their shit and, you know, preserving media. Like, Concord, that should have been a wake-up call for him. You know, it didn't even last 2 weeks, and it's dead. Like, there's no other way to play it. Like, it is truly and utterly bricked. Thankfully, people got their money refunded, but still, it is a very dangerous precedent. Like, this should have been his eureka moment. He should have been like, oh shit, this can happen, like, you know, maybe I was wrong. But no, he just can't admit it under any circumstance whatsoever. He always has to be right. And the people, you know, that are in his comments are like, oh, he's so smart, he's so wise, you know. It's like, bro's just smithing his own farts at this point, and it's clearly showing. Like the World of Warcraft scenario and the false DMCA against a guy that, you know, used audio that wouldn't have been in the final release. People are already labeling him as a lol cow, which I'm not gonna do because, A, I know what a lol cow is, I actively deal with one. But this is, like, it's a very slippery slope, and if he's not careful, he could quickly wind up being one. And yeah, that's not a good thing. Like, it's genuinely not a good thing, and he's got to be really careful about this sort of thing, and honestly, he's not. From what I've seen, from what everyone else has seen, like, bro's on his way. But yeah, these are just my ramblings on pirate software. Like, this is basically my take. I am 100% for stop killing games. I genuinely respect Ross Scott. And I do wish that Thor does get his shit together. Because last thing we need is a fucking Blizzard dev being a lol cow. Like they already don't have a great reputation at the moment, and I don't know why he keeps shoving, like, the fact that he was a Blizzard dev down everyone's throat. It's like, yeah, you were at a company that got investigated multiple times, and is genuinely known as scum now, but hey, it's clout. God, if I were a Blizzard dev, I would genuinely just distance myself as far away as possible from that nonsense. Like, good lord, like, what a mess. How can you keep confidently going like, oh yes, I worked for Blizzard, my daddy worked for Blizzard, yeah, we were great. I guess you just can't take the Blizzard out of the Blizzard dev. God kill me. You know, whilst we're, you know, lol cows are fresh in our minds still, I'm just gonna talk about JJ Plagiarisms a little, because why not? Recently, the little bastard false flagged me, and ironically, it was a clip, you know, basically, it's like, the trolls endlessly bluffed that I was a false flagger, and then immediately after, it's a clip where it's like, these people deserve to be flagged, they have no, like, you know, oh my god, like, the most entitled shit you've ever seen. I would play it, but then that would give him an opportunity to call, like, false copyright flag me again. And honestly, I already have one strike at the moment, I don't need another. You know, I'll post a thing to my Blue Sky where it is. I do have it on Blue Sky, thank god. If any of you, like, think Pirate Software Kidding Minnie's wrong, wait till you see JJ Plagiarisms. Oh my god, there is some nasty shit that fucker said that he will never let go of. Like, he will never admit that he was in the wrong. He'll just continue to double down, even more than Thor ever will. Like, Jesus Christ. You can either view it on the playlist I have, or you can watch Tyler Mason's The JJ Plagiarism Files, which is the most comprehensive video on the whole saga. And it's, like, and it goes to only, like, I think, yeah, 2022. It's genuinely crazy how deep the rabbit hole goes. Tyler Mason really put in a lot of effort. You know, his microphone quality is a bit crap, but then again, like, that really doesn't matter. The story being told, like, the amount of evidence, it is so dead to goddamn rights. Like, if you want to, like, see someone infinitely worse, JJ Plagiarisms, man. Holy shit, that man is Chris Chan 2.0. Links to my playlist and Tyler Mason's video, the JJ Plagiarism Files, in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this one. This is mostly just me, very unscripted, and I hope I came across as sane. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, all.